The Utah Jazz select John Stockton of Gonzaga University.
He was considered one of the top guards when it was all said and done.
Hi, I'm Nate Garcia, and this is After the Fame, After the Game, John Stockton edition.
All I've ever known.
That video I just showed you was from the 1984 NBA draft class, where John Stockton actually got booed from Utah Jazz fans for getting picked. Let's see how this once great guard went from getting booed in his own draft class to being one of the greatest point guards that we know today. John Houston Stockton was born on March 26, 1962 in Spokane, Washington. He attended Gonzaga Prep for high school, and after graduating in 1980, after breaking the city record for most points scored in a single season, and after many scholarship offers, he only narrowed down his choices to 3 schools. And after narrowing down his choices to 3 schools, he chose between Idaho, Montana, and Gonzaga. And after a long, hard decision, he made his final choice to stay in Washington and attend the University of Gonzaga. John Stockton would choose to stay at Gonzaga for 4 years, and after his senior season, he would average a crazy 20 points a game with a 57% shooting percentage at the field. He led the Zags to a 17-11 record. John Stockton would also go on to lead the West Coast Athletic Conference in scoring, assisting, and steals. He was one of 74 college seniors who were able to try out for the Team USA selective roster in 1984. However, John Stockton only made it to the top 20 before getting cut in April, along with Charles Barkley. Not soon after he got cut from the selective team, he would go on to declare for the 1984 NBA draft. He would go on to get selected in the first round to the Utah Jazz, who were holding the number 16 pick. And when the Jazz announced their pick, many fans in Salt Palace Arena were silent, with many unsure of how they were going to feel about John Stockton. However, he would go on to prove them all wrong, because from 1984 to 2003, he was known to be one of the purest and best point guards to ever play in the NBA. He was also known to play with one of the greatest players of all time, Karl Malone. Both Karl Malone and John Stockton will be known for never winning a championship. However, they would get close in 1997 and 1998, where they would go up against Michael Jordan's Bulls. It was 1998 in Game 6 of the NBA Finals in Utah, where with 41.9 seconds left, John Stockton hits a 3 to put the Jazz up ahead 86-83. However, this lead wouldn't last long, because Jordan would go on to hit 2 field goals to put the Bulls up 87-86. And one of those field goals would happen to be the most iconic of Jordan's career, where he crosses Byron Russell and hits a 2 while he's still on the floor. But all of this could have ended differently if Stockton didn't miss a 3 with 5.2 seconds left in the game. Soon after the game, Stockton was asked by many reporters why he went for a 3, and he responded by saying, "Well, I was confident that it was going in." And after this devastating loss in the finals, Stockton would never reach the finals again. And years later, Stockton would go on to retire on May 2nd, 2003, where he announced his retirement with a release statement instead of a customary news conference. He would finish his great NBA career with being a 10-time All-Star, a 2-time first team, a 6-time second team, a 9-time assist leader, and a 2-time NBA steals leader. He also leads the NBA with all-time assists. And not soon after his retirement, the number 12 jersey was retired by the Utah Jazz. Fast forward many years later, the Jazz would go on to invite Stockton to help train Deron Williams and Trey Burke. In 2013, there was also many rumors spreading around that John Stockton was on a long list of coaching candidates to replace Tyron Corbin before the selection of Quinn Snyder. After not getting selected for the Utah Jazz head coaching job, he would go on to take a job at Montana State University, where he would become the assistant coach for the women's basketball program. And that is the story of John Stockton. Since his coaching debut at Montana State, he hasn't really been known for doing much. However, in 2013, he wrote an autobiography about his life with his old junior high head coach. And maybe someday, he can actually come back to the NBA and make a head coaching debut. Because we all know the Phoenix Suns need a head coach, so there's a job for you right there. Well, that's all I got for you today. Keep it locked right here to find out what happened to more of your favorite stars from yesterday to today.